All right, well, welcome back, and today we are going to go get wide. All right, today we are back on the Pocket 3. I got a Black Mist on here, and I have the 1.2 times anamorphic lens from K&F. And we are going to take this out, test it out a little bit. You can check a video I did right here with it. Actually turned out pretty good. I kind of cheated on that one. But let's get into this anamorphic lens. But before we do all that, don't forget, subscribe to the channel and make sure you check all those links down there below, my affiliate links. You know, got to make the money, And yeah, no, that's not a thing, but hey. And also, if you'd like to buy me or my wife a coffee, the link is down in the description below. All right, let me pull out my notes here. All right, first thing about this K&F anamorphic lens is that it was specifically designed for the Pocket 3. And apparently what they're saying, and I tend to agree with it, is that they've made it so that it does not give you too much of a color shift. Now, with that said, I have yet to edit one of these videos with Davinci Resolve, or I might have, but I didn't do any color grading. I am going to definitely try to color grade this. The one that I did do, I just did that. I think I did it in normal color profiles. It was just what was straight out of the camera. Now what they're saying is that this is a ACC lens, or whatever you want to call it, and it's supposed to not have any effect on image quality. And so far, from what I can tell, it really doesn't. It looks really good. And I'll be honest with you, I'm gonna say it right now, I really like this look. Of course, this is a magnetic lens, and it seems like it does pretty good. Right now, I have it stacked on the Black Mist filter from K&F, and that works. Now, if you try to stack this on any other type of Black Mist filter from another manufacturer, I don't think it will work, but it does work with the K&F Black Mist, which makes sense. Of course, it comes with a really nice case. I mean, they're pretty good. They're solid, as you can see right here. Nice, solid case. Clips at the end, so it stays in there. They also give you a lens cloth that comes with this and a screen protector, which I have on my Pocket 3 right now. So like I said, this is the anamorphic lens with the Black Mist filter. Now we're gonna switch over to, and I think it's pretty bright out today, so I'm gonna go with an ND64 from K&F. Like I say, all the links in the description below. And we're gonna put that on. We're gonna do the 180 rule. We're gonna set our frames per second at 30, and then we are gonna set our shutter speed at 1/60th of a second to give us that 180 rule. All right, there we go. We are doing a 64 ND with the anamorphic 1.2 times lens on top of that. It stacks pretty good. That's one thing I will say about the Pocket 3 is that you can stack these filters with no problem. You don't have to really worry about any kind of vignetting just because it has that smaller field of view. Now, this lens itself, from what I'm reading and what I could see, it's supposed to give you probably about 15% more of a field of view. The Pocket 3 is like probably about, I'd say, a 20 millimeter equivalent. And I'm gonna say this probably brings you down to at least 18, which isn't bad. Gives you a little more leeway than a little wider field of view. Comes in two different ways. You can buy the anamorphic lens by itself, or you can buy it as a kit. And the problem I have with the kit is it only runs you from ND4 to ND32. And when I get bright days like this, as you can see behind me, it is really bright. I needed a 64. Now I could probably stack some NDs, but I think if you go that far with it and you get so many stacked, you're gonna run into a little bit of trouble. So K&F actually sells another kit, one too expensive, that has what, an ND16, so now I got two of them. And then also has an ND64, an ND256, and a CPL. So I went ahead and bought that along with it, and you can check that out down in the description below. Yeah, I just felt like putting it at a ND64 and then just stacking it on there not only will help as far as its ability to stay on the camera but also I think it should hopefully keep it from getting any more degraded as far as quality goes too. Man, it's still so snowmageddon, man. That second kit that I bought this ND64 off, it is really not that expensive. I can't remember the exact price, but it wasn't too bad. I kind of like having that as compared to having stack a couple different ND filters. All right, now a couple bad things about this anamorphic lens, of course, is one, when you go to turn this off, it will not close on itself because it sticks out way too far. I mean, that's something that you have to deal with on this. Now, a lot of people say you got to pull them off, but from what I found is that you just turn it off, it'll hit, and then it'll flip back the other way. It seems like it's done all right for me. I know on a couple of the ND filters that I have, it will not close and it's always gone back. And it doesn't seem like it does anything worse to gimbal head than just closing normally. Now I need to cross the street, get over there. Let's go for it. Let's get over here. Hopefully I don't slip and fall on my ass when I get over here. Tell you what though, it's not a bad day out today, but we're getting ready to have some cold weather next week, getting down to that single digit. Next week again, I'm ready for summertime. But so far, how do you guys think this looks? I mean, I love this anamorphic lens look. And I keep thinking, man, I'm gonna start using this just in my daily vlogs, or, well, I don't do daily vlogs, but just when I do vlogs, even like I'm doing geocaching vlogs, whatever, I think I'm gonna really use this lens. I love the look. I love how it looks. It gives me a little bit wider field of view. You have to learn how to de-squeeze this footage to make it look right. Now, I've learned a couple ways to do it. First way is to use the Power Director app. And what you do is you put it in the top part and then you fit and fill. There's an option on there, and then that kind of expands it. And also you have to put it as a 21:9 aspect ratio. I think it makes it a little bit too wide. I don't know if doing this kind of stuff I would do it on there, but if I'm just driving like I did on that one video that you can look at on my channel, that's how I did that, and it actually turned out pretty good. Not too bad. Now, of course, the second way of doing it is with Davinci Resolve, which I've now started using more often, or even the Power Director PC version, or really probably any of those type of editing programs, and they'll have something on there that will allow you to do the anamorphic de-squeezing of this lens. To do it on Davinci Resolve, you have to do the custom setting. It must be that these anamorphic lenses are more 1.33. That's what I see a lot of. Now I'm not sure why on the Pocket 3, it's a 1.2 times anamorphic lens. And from what I'm seeing, most manufacturers, that's what they're using. And it may just be the lens or the camera itself, I'm not sure. So far I haven't found one out of 1.33, but hey, this anamorphic lens right here works perfectly fine. All right, so overall though, I really like the anamorphic look. The anamorphic lens gives you a little bit wider field of view. As far as the look goes, and I think this is a big pro, it looks great. It really, I think it looks more, and I hate to say the word cinematic, because there's nothing cinematic by Pocket 3, the Action 4, Action 5. I don't give a crap what you talk about on these little cameras. Ain't nothing cinematic about any of them. But I think it gives you a really good look. But overall, it is a pretty nice lens. Like I said, I'm going to be using it more and more often. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Just remember one thing though, if you are using Davinci Resolve, you have to have the paid version to de-squeeze the footage from this camera and using the anamorphic lens. Overall though, love the look of this. I really like that extra bit of field of view, especially for this camera. And I'm not a big fan of the wide angle lenses. I've had a couple, I've actually returned them because I just didn't like it. But this look right here is something that's pretty nice for this camera. So that's what you'll probably see me using more and more often. But anyway, that's it. That's all I got for you. And as always, be safe out there, take care, and we will catch you next time.